Hey guys, good morning, God bless. Welcome back to my channel. I am Charlene and we're going to test out some highlighters. These actually were retrieved from Family Dollar. If you remember a while ago, I tested very similar colors, but they were in short square form, which was like the new aesthetic at the time, which I guess they were a dupe of the Stabilo, I don't know. But you should know what I'm saying. But anyway, a lot of people like those highlighters because of the size and the shape. Me personally, after trying those, I'm glad I tried the inexpensive version because I don't think that would have been my cup of tea. Now, these are old school shape. The big barrel, big round, long, tall ones. These are the ones that don't really get much attention anymore. But one thing about these is because of the size of them, they can be easily held. Now, the negative of how we got from this to this was the ink amount, like how much comes out and how much will we need at a given time. And when you're dealing with the Bible, this size tend to work best. This is Yenson, by the way. You guys should already know about this one because this is one I use mainly on my videos when I'm going through Proverbs, and they had sent me those a while ago and I still use them whenever I'm sitting here. But these colors are beautiful. I love this set of colors. I have matching sticky notes. I just love this color, especially for this particular Bible. So let's try these out. As you can see, they're only $2.25 and you get a total of 6 colors. And again, they are pastel highlighters. So, and this is by a woman-owned company. What else? They said non-toxic water-based ink, chisel tip for fine and broad lines, smooth and clean highlight experiences. So, let's see. I'm excited because it brings back like old school memories. Like, these are, it almost seems like these are a thing of the past now. And I don't know. It makes me feel kind of old now. But anywho, let's try them out, shall we? And I'm in Proverbs still, in my own personal reading. I tend to take my time going through this Proverbs. I'm going through with you guys. And we are, I believe we're about to start chapter 6. And in my own personal time, for like the 100th time, I'm in Proverbs 25. So I'm a little ahead of you guys, but it's okay. All right, so I'm trying to remember what order they were in. I guess yellow will be first. Hopefully you guys can still see. All right, Proverbs 25, this is the ESV translation. These also are Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied. It is the glory of God to conceal things, but the glory of kings is to search things out. All right, so that's the yellow, and that's me turn it sideways. Y'all know how I do. So far, so good. Like that. As the heavens for height and the earth for depth, so the heart of kings is unsearchable. So, a wise king does not just put his thoughts and his mind and his heart out there. And, you know, that's for anybody. Like, anybody, no one should do that. Regard your innermost deep thoughts and stuff. Like, it's best to be silent sometimes. And you do find that most kings in the past were men of minimum talk. Like, you get your command and that's it, and everything else is hidden, right? Take away the dross from the silver, and the smith has materials for a vessel. Take away the wicked from the presence of the king, and his throne will be established in righteousness. So, that's the pink. I do feel like I have more of a control here because these are larger. And the fact that I can turn them sideways is even a bigger blessing and bonus. Do not put yourself forward in the king's presence or stand in the place of the great. For it is better to be told, come up here, than to be put lower in the presence of a noble. So, if I'm understanding that correctly, simply ask for permission. Like, don't just think so much of yourself that you can just go here, go there, overstep your boundary. You know, you don't want to get embarrassed. Wait for the king or the person of importance or the person of authority to summon you. Kind of reminds me when you're in a court and judge, you know, you wait solely on what he says or she says. Like, they say, hey, step up, or you may speak. Otherwise, you know, you get threatened and kicked out, or you get belittled. You want to be very careful about how you present yourself and what entitlement you think you have in certain positions and places. All right, that's still a part of that verse, and that is the purple, which is really beautiful. So far, the colors are gorgeous. All right, so we got a few more. Wait, did I do that? Does that go with that? It does. Sorry. Well, anyway, what your eyes have seen, do not hastily bring into court. For what will you do in the end when your neighbor puts you to shame? All right, so it's funny because we have a current situation going on. You know, we only have one neighbor, and there has been a lot of activities going on, and I'm like, hey, it looks like this. But of course, Jacob, being the level-headed one, is like, hold on, let's just, you know, park our brakes. Let's just wait and see, because you don't want to make an assumption or anything and be wrong. Now, hopefully and prayerfully, in this situation, I won't be wrong. But this is why you take your time and evaluate things, right? But anyway, that's the purple. That's the blue. Still pretty and pastel. Looks very similar to what I got going on over here. So that's good. Very light. Might be the new set of highlighters for this particular Bible. Argue your case with your neighbor himself and do not reveal another secret. So whatever issue you have going on with your neighbor or individual, you take care of your own part. This is something that people, I don't believe they understand, that involving other he say, she say into your own personal opinion and matter is a part of discord. You will stir the pot and you get other people involved and it gets messy. This is why we have the known understanding, even in plain terms, do not include he say, she say stuff in arguments or disagreements. Focus on how you feel. I feel like this. I think this. Focus on yourself. Do not bring other people into the matter. That is just sound wisdom, no matter if it's court, your neighbor, your friend, your children. Focus on what issues that you have. Okay, that's all my colors, right? Green. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it the other way. So, and see how much of a coverage we have. Okay, so lest he who hears you bring shame upon you and your ill repute have no end. We all know he say, she say has no end. None. It's going to always be, well, we don't really know. But anyway, as you can see, the color does get darker. Let me flip over for a second. Obviously, when you turn sideways, you do get a little shadowing going on, a tad bit of bleed through when you're heavy on the stop. But me, I was so careful about trying to stop, so that's probably my fault. I'm going to try again with another color. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in a setting of silver. So let me see if I can hurry up and pull it up this time. It helps to read ahead because then you can, yep, that's a little bit better. Just a tad bit, but it's still better. Like a gold ring or an ornament of gold is a wise reprover to a listening ear. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You know that to be true. Then this is the issue that I have with still doing the same thing. So I would definitely be turning it sideways, which is what I do anyway. But I was just starting to, like, you know, turn it the other way with other highlighters. But with these, definitely too big. But anyway. So, what's the next color? This would be purple, right? Like the cold snow in the time of harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him. He refreshes the soul of his master. But what was I saying? When you turn this way, you do have colors that kind of lead into each other because the coverage is so big, which is why I don't like turning it that way, because it's a lot of ink. So by me turning it the other way, I'm going to save ink over time. And to me, it's just neater to turn the highlighter that way. Which I do know from habit, you know, people, they have the chisel tip. They're going to use the chisel stance, which, you know, if it works for you, definitely. I do find it will be easier to, like I said, do it with these size highlighters, which I have been doing lately, as you can see over here. But when it comes to the bigger chisel tip, it's just too much for me. All right, so like clouds and wind without rain is a man who boasts of a gift he does not give. Yikes. I wonder in what sense this is referring to, though, because initially I'm thinking about, like, hey, God just blessed me with $1,000. Like, is it horrible to boast about that gift that I just won or whatever, and don't share it? Like, I guess a better example would be me telling my kids, hey, I just got a new job and got a bonus of $500. And if I don't share in the bonus, like, because I got this bonus, I can get y'all something too, I guess. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't know. I'm going to have to look that one up. But this is the last color, y'all. With patience, a ruler may be persuaded, and a soft tongue will break a bone. Let me just do this right quick. Oops, it went over too far. Definitely a lot of ink. A whole lot of ink. Well, it's not horrible on this side, but I guess you got to imagine if you're using the same highlighters on this side and then come back and look here. But that's not bad. It's definitely not as bad or as thick as the other highlighters I tested. Hopefully you guys would have seen that video already. But yeah, you did actually. I did post it. And those were the Zebra brand, which is interesting because they are a name brand, and I feel like they would definitely bleed through it heavier than these, and these are just like no names. Like literally they just say highlighter. So that's interesting to me. But like I said, you get 6. They're the big kinds. They do have somewhat of a design on the tip, which is pretty cute. I don't know if you guys picked that up on camera. Like I said, it's plainly say highlighter, and they have like a little design here that makes them a little unique, almost like paint drip. So that's cute. But anyway, that was the test. I like them. I plan on continually using them, especially in this particular Bible. So stay tuned for that. And for $2.25, you can't really beat it. And this is actually a product that seems to be a merge of Family Dollar and Dollar Tree. You guys know they merge together in stores. So this will be one of the products that seems to be like a crossover between the two. Like it's in like a Family Dollar packaging. It's only $2.25. You know, you get the picture. But anyway, and of course, the idea was them merging together will give us more products if we just spend a little bit of money. So yeah, looks like it's paying off a little bit, I guess. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think about it. I love you guys. God bless. Take care.